SHARAD Navratri, a 9 days spiritual wonder. From the 17th of October 2020 to the 25th of October. Navratri, a 9 days spiritual wonder. Let these 9 days wonder be for us, the huge game changer, and engender peace and prosperity, with sufficiency in wellness for all and sundry. This is the sincerest prayer to thee, O my Mother Divine, the Durga Mataji, the most compassionate one. Nav means lasting 4 days 9. Ratri stands for the night. Navratri is the festival of repute, is so very well known, wherein the devotees with so much devotion worship the great deity, the Divine Mother Devi Bhagwati. Devotees of all hues celebrate Navratri, which is celebrated twice in a calendar year. First, it is in the March-April, as Chaitra Navratri. Then September-November as the SHARAD Navratri. This time from the 17th of October to the 25th of October, 2924 days 9. This festival has a connection with Durga Majis, the embodiment of power Shakti, who eliminates the demonic power, the heartless ones, demons who kill the hapless, sadhus, hermits, even while performing their sacred yajanas rituals. They rudely defile the sacredness of yajna fires by throwing besmirching agents, like flesh and filth of all kinds. Goddess Durga in her red attires, mounted on the lion so ferocious, with all the weapons of mass destruction, with all the prowess in her possession, to award punishment to the devils so unkind. Legends abound about Navratri. Demon King Mahishasura worshipped Lord Shiva. The penance went on for a long period of time, by which Lord Shiva granted him the boon, as Lord Shiva has the tray of getting pleased very soon, with the sincerest bhakti of a bhakta, with simplest items like bell patra, berries, etc. Shiva was constrained to grant Mahishasura a boon of invincibility, that nobody, not even the gods who have immortality. Thence thereafter this demon king started killing innocents without fear of death, as he was having a boon of the Lord of all lords. With his brutal prowess, conquered the 7 worlds lokas, including the renowned throne of Indra, the king of heaven, Svarga, and gods Devas, termed as the god of heavens, responsible for war, storms and rains. Then there was the discussion between the Trinity, along with others demigods too in their company, to defeat and kill this demon turned killer and usurper. All of them shared powers together, created Ma Shakti with their combined effort, the most benevolent Mother Divine for those who are compassionate, and killer to the brutes with a boundless power. The Durga, the warrior goddess with all the splendor. They contributed differently in bestowing her with trays rarest of rate. The war between Mahishasura and Mother Divine continued interrupted for days 9. On 9th day she killed this wicked demon Mahishasura. Navratri symbolizes the victory of good over wickedness or evils. On day 9th, which is termed as Mahanavami, 9 young girls are worshipped by the devotees. These venerated young girls' feet are ritually washed with fresh water and given clothes and food to eat. The sacred earthen pot, kalash, full of water is established, covered with mango leaves and a coconut, at the place where we daily meditate. On each of these 9 days, fasting is observed, wherein devotees take fruits and milk products to maintain the purity of body and mind, thus ensure the purity of soul, personifying and signifying 9 forms of Goddess Durga. Navratri too is linked with fertility of terra firma. On these days, the farmers observe the fitness of the earth by testing seed germination in the earthen pots. Devotees observe the fast for 9 days strictly, keeping oneself chaste in thoughts and deeds. With avowed premise of karma is our dharma, during these days considered holiest, to ensure purity of mind, body and with it our soul. There is another legend attached with it all. King Daksha, the king of Himalayan kingdom, was blessed with a daughter named Uma, a most beautiful one. With all the traits of a princess she possessed, she worshipped Lord Shiva most reverently, so that he may accept her in marriage so willingly. Having pleased Lord Shiva, he married Uma, but against the wishes of King Daksha. One day King Daksha held a grand yajna, with no invitation to Lord Shiva. Uma wanted to join the yajna, and all accompanying celebrations, while Lord Shiva had his own reservations. She came to attend the yajna, being attended by Lord Brahma and Lord Vishnu, the lords of creation and evolution. Besides, all the deities were in the list of invitation. King Daksha did not like her daughter's presence. She felt slighted and hugely insulted at the treatment meted out to her in presence of all deities. In utter anger so severest, she jumps into Agnikund, fire grate, and thus got perished. A plausible reason why we call her Sati also. Lord Mahadeva, as Verbhadra, punished King Daksha for this injustice meted out. On rebirth, as Parvati, she marries Lord Shiva again. She comes to her parents' house to stay for 9 days. That is why we celebrate these 9 days as Navratri. Legend also has it that Lord Rama worshipped goddess Durga's 9 forms for 9 days with deepest reverence. On day 10th Lord Rama could kill demon king Ravana. This way, 10th day is celebrated as Vijayadashami. First 3 days are dedicated to goddess Durga, in the form of child, young girl and mature woman, representing 3 forms of womanhood, symbolizing victory of evil over falsehood. Next 3 days are dedicated to goddess of wealth and prosperity. Her name is goddess Lakshmi. Last 3 days are commemorated in the name of goddess Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge and wisdom which we acquire through bhakti. She is in dress, white snowy, mounted on a white swan. The Navratri is a sign of purity in all its manifestations. Let these 9 days be observed with great appreciation, for gaining blessings of all-powerful goddess Durga, so that we live in peace and harmony with all. Meaning of Navratri. The word Navratri is made up of 2 syllables. Nav, which means 9, and Ratri means nights. Meditation / prayers and fasting are observed by devotees during these 9 days. A lighter refreshment of milk-made products besides fruits, if taken at all, to keep our body light and pure mind, thus helping us to keep the body and mind pure. This also provides the devout freedom from adulteration and contamination both in body and mind, besides purifying still more the eternal soul along with keeping it taint-free from external influences. Navratri, a most sacred festival. Navratri is one of the most sacred festivals that the devout celebrate. It is not merely celebrated by observing some particular rituals, but the devotees live a spiritually oriented life in all forms and manifestations. The purpose is to follow the way of life which puts more stress on the subjective experience of sacred dimension. We undertake those karmic deeds during Navratri which transforms some of the debit karmic deeds to credit karmic deeds, thus helping in personal growth and development individually and also collectively those who celebrate it with religious fervor and enthusiasm. Moral and ethical values when followed sincerely could be imbibed as permanent habits to be followed in future too. Thus Navratri could prove to be a life changer for the ardent bhaktas. Our prayer in COVID-19 pandemic has special significance. As this sacred festival has come during COVID-19 pandemic conditions, our prayers have special significance since when we pray with purity of body, mind and soul, our prayers would be heard and answered by our Divine Mother, who is the reservoir of benevolence. We all should have a belief that in the domain of God, nothing is impossible. She will deliver us from all miseries which are bedeviling us. For this, these 9 days wonder can do wonderful things for the humanity in general. Purification of body, mind and soul. A lighter refreshment consisting of milk-made products, fruits, and nuts, keep the body light and the digestive system get improved. Thus there is a spread of fragrance of Sataguna and alleviation of Tamoguna and Rajaguna trace. Freedom from contaminated thoughts purifies our mind. Thus, the observance of fast continuously for 9 days brings about the stability of our mind and helps in the enhancement of our concentration. Besides these, we exercise maximum restraints in our thoughts and deeds and behave in a dignified manner by remaining within confines of decency. All these facilitate generation of the feeling of love and affection for others, enhances peace and tranquility, a feeling of compassion for others and above all a godly feeling, thus purification of our eternal soul. Observance of fasts. The devotees observe strict fasts during the duration of Navratri. All these traits enhance the credibility of an individual devotee who observes the fasts and also offers sincere prayers during these days with utmost devotion. The fasts help us to purify our mind, provides lightness to our body, provides us an opportunity to devotees for prayers to Goddess Durga Ma, an embodiment of Shakti or reservoir of huge energy. Mention of Goddess Durga in various scriptures. Mention of Goddess Durga has been found in Vedas and Puranas. Durga was a ferocious demon and Durga, the invincible warrior who killed Durga with her immense prowess. She is the warrior goddess since she fought evil and forces which spread death and destruction. She works for demolishing demonic forces who want to establish their writ and establish the reign of terror and mayhem amongst the society, besides spreading prosperity and goodwill in general masses. She defeats mythical buffalo demon Maheshasura, who had obtained a boon of invincibility from Lord Maheshwara. She is Goddess Parvati, also termed as Durga Saptashati, the consort of Lord Shiva. With her prowess and powerhouse of energy, she proved herself to be unbeatable with limitless mystical powers which she used to obliterate and destroy the ferocious and evil demons. Besides observing fasts, devotees organize congregations in the form of fairs and also enact programs and cultural functions in the form of group dances and devotional songs in praise of Goddess Durga and beseech her blessings, and she, being such a benevolent Mother Divine, comes to their succor. 9 days wonder forms and manifestation of Mata Durga Jai. First day, the 17th of October, 17th Pratapada, Gatastapana. On the first day, Mata Durga is termed as Shailputri, the daughter of Himalaya and the consort of Lord Shiva. Second day, the 18th of October, Dwaitya. Mata Durga on the second day is called as Brahmacharini, which represents worship. She is the embodiment of a huge reserve of power Shakti. Third day, the 19th of October, Tritiya, Sindoor Tritiya. On the third day, the goddess is venerated as Chandraganta. She is the embodiment of power and beauty. Fourth day, the 20th of October, Chaturthi, Kushmanda Puja. On the fourth day, Maan Durga is worshipped in the form of Kushmanda, the creator of the whole universe, by the power of her laughter. Fifth day, the 21st of October, Panchami, Skandamata Puja. Here on this day, Skanda, the main warrior of God's army. Sixth day, the 22nd of October Shashthi, Katyarani Puja. On the 6th day, Mataji takes the form of Katyarani with 3 eyes and 4 hands, all powerful and with immense grace. 7th day, the 23rd of October Saptami, Kalaratri Puja. On this day, Maa Durga takes the form of Kalratri. She is shown as black as dark night with 4 hands and makes the evildoers fearless. 8th day, the 24th of October. On the 8th day, the Mata Durga takes the form of Mahagauri with beauty besides having calmness and exhibits immense wisdom. 9th day, the 25th of October. On a 9th day, Maa Durga is worshipped as Siddhidatri with all the 8 siddhis. In this form, she is worshipped by all. Lessons from Navratri. Different festivals provide the devotees different lessons, while the underlying message of all these festivals is to enlighten us humans to follow a path which helps us to have connectivity with higher self/higher intelligence, by following a spiritually oriented path through meditation, contemplation and prayers. The main purpose of celebration and observance of certain modes of behavior in such festivals is to keep ourselves chaste with our mind focused on God while being spiritually oriented. The purpose is to focus on the special prayers and chants to seek connectivity with God and dispel the thought of anxiety or disillusionment that pervades in our system. As there is the purity of thoughts and actions during these festivals, there is every possibility to usher in positive transformation in ourselves which may bestow us peace and prosperity. Purpose of Navratri celebration. The main purpose of celebrating the religious festivals is to seek balance in our life at the altar of God while observing all immutable laws of nature and aspire for transformation and enlightenment. Journeying from one festival to another one helps the devotees to learn social etiquettes, social adaptability and finally God's connectivity. Different states celebrate Navratri differently, but the spirit of all the celebrations is similar in nature. For example, famous Garba dance is organized in the state of Gujarat and devotional songs and dance competitions are organized in West Bengal. Besides prayers in the specially erected and decorated pandals is a usual phone. People visit the famous temples of Vaishno Devi in Katra in Jammu province. Besides, all the temples of Goddess Durga in its different manifestations attract devotees in these 9 days. The main driving force of the Navratri is to purify our thoughts and deeds thereof. In these 9 days devout observe strict fasts, remain chaste and desist from telling lies. Wish that people always behave like this all the days. The first 3 days are celebrated on the name of Durga Mata, goddess with immense power. For the next 3 days she is worshipped as spiritual wealth Mata Lakshmi. Subsequently, for the next 3 days, she is goddess of wisdom, the goddess Saraswati. It bestows spiritual enlightenment besides showering an individual with all-around success. It is useful for our benefit to know the importance of each day. Benefits to the devotees. Strict observance of fasts keep our digestive system in order and helps maintain our body healthy, and with it, our immunity system gets improved, thereby warding off any infections like COVID-19 pandemic. Fasts help in purifying our mind because we pray Goddess continuously for 9 days /nights. It also enhances our focus on the subject we undertake for fructification. Purification of body and mind means spiritually directed conscious mind, thus a shift from negativity to positivity which assist us to lead a balanced life to withstand ups and downs of our lives. Congregations in melas and group processions help the people-to-people contacts, thus animosity, if any, gets removed, thus generating a fellow feeling and cooperation between people. Contact with each other enhances our outreach in the society and there is a prevalence of peace and harmony in the society. Group dances and spiritual song competitions enhance competitive spirits in the youth and also help them direct their latent energies to productive use. Devotees, in their zeal to show earnest desire to have total connectivity with Goddess Durgaji, offer singular devotion to her during these auspicious days, reap the harvest of getting their problems solved and get eternal peace in their lives as a reward of this worship. Devotees meet the needs of the needy during these 9 days. My prayer to all is to see to it that they meet the needs of others on all days and earn the goodwill of Durga Maa, who herself is the most benevolent one. My earnest prayer to the Durga Maji, the Mother Divine, a reservoir of immense power, Shakti, to grant all the humankind peace and prosperity, thereby, a feeling of cooperation and brotherhood between the humanity as a whole. Last but not the least, my most sincere prayers to the Mother Divine to bestow her graces onto the humanity in general so that all humanity live in peace and harmony in these hard days of COVID-19 pandemic.